Tuesday the 9th of July. It's 7 a.m. It's -2 and all of my lawn now, front and back, is frozen. The kikuyu now has started to freeze. Interestingly enough, these areas that look dark green are also frozen. They just are less frozen. Maybe because they're closer to the house, or I don't know why. But I don't know if you can tell it properly on camera. Still see some granules there. That's one watering session. There's a very good example. And Novatech breaks down very quickly. One watering session, it's basically gone. But yeah, icicles everywhere. Hello, Marlo. And then the rest of the lawn is frozen. And if you take note further, ooh, it's cold. I don't have a shirt on, sorry. This little area out here, which is the alem, that is like rock solid frozen. So I maybe there's more moisture in the leaf of the alem grass versus the kikuyu, for example, right here. That's alem and alem. It's in the same watering zone. It gets hit by, in fact, here it gets hit by 3 different sprinkler heads. And the kikuyu in between is green. Yeah, interesting. Let's see what it looks like on the weekend. I'm going to turn on the sprinklers now and just try and see if this frost actually washes off or if it helps at all. I've never had a proper opportunity to try it like that because previously I didn't have irrigation, so I would have done it manually, which means that I wouldn't have done it. You can even tell from here, that top patch over there is predominantly alem, and it's like a perfect line where it's white versus sort of green. But there it is, Pretoria, properly frozen. And then the day after, check all the damage to my henenkekens. Those guys handle frost well, but those things that make the purple flowers, henenkekens, this side of the yard, that's alem, that's frozen, that's still green. All the henenkekens, certain plants take it, others not so much, but check at those guys, all black, and they were green a day ago. Hectic. All right, Saturday 20 July, and you can tell the lawn is definitely pushing good solid green growth. That's new growth everywhere, and there are portions depending on how, which areas are in the shade or in full sun during the day. In other words, protected to some extent or exposed, they have more or less green going on. But over the majority of the area, you can see this kind of yellowish tinge. That is the thatch layer coming to the surface, partly because I mowed down to 13 mils the other day, and even though that's only a 2mm reduction versus the normal mow that I had over winter, it is, sort of opening up the canopy and you get that scalpy type of effect. What's happening here though is that I can see the thatch layer sort of pushing through the new growth. I don't know if that's the exact order of events here, but that's what's physically happening. So let me show you a little bit closer so you can get an idea. Right, so this is the heat of it all, and you can tell if you get close to the grass, it's green. It's green. But these guys here, there it is, that's effectively just thatch. And you can tell I've started chopping it off because there it is in half, perfect clean cut. That's the cylinder mower, and that's what's happening. So this grass is kind of growing, and as it's growing, it's pushing up some of its older junk, and I'm just going to mow that off. And then a bit later in the season, we'll scarify. All right, it's now Sunday the 21st. It's time to mow the lawn again. I had on the last video dropped Frankenstein down to 13 mils. Actually, did I put that on a video or did I put that on Instagram? I don't know. Last mow I had Frankenstein at 13 mils. I've now come down to 11 because on this little test patch over here, there, I sort of mowed a little section just now, and I just feel like I can go a hint lower. So I'm going to. Single pass, it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that overall, nice and tight. that's for sure. I did, however, go over the lines once or twice more than what I should have. It's because I can see on the way up, but not the way down. I lied to you, on the way down, but not the way up. So I had to kind of just find those lines, and every now and then you would realize on the other direction that you'd actually missed something. You go back and color it in a little bit. So it took me a bit longer to mow this, but I think that I need to do a bit of what I like to refer to as coloring in, which is like cheapskate mowing. It's not just running down a pass and then trying to burn in lines. This is me just mowing up and down, back and forth, finding a patch that needs a little bit more work, maybe in a dip, usually in a dip, go in it a few more times, and that should hopefully clean things up. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the way it's looking. It's nice and tight at the moment. Okay, and there it is after a little bit of a color in, and I have to say I'm very, very happy with that. The color's a little bit paler, but it's a lot more even. You can tell where the dog spots were dominating. That's what gave me the idea to fertilize using NMAX. But what's happened is it's become a little bit more even. So you can tell it's still winter. The grass is not like just, jumping out and overgrowing these dog spot type patches and making, everything else look like them. It's kind of still taking its time, which is expected for this time of the year. But overall, it is certainly recovering. You can tell there at the bottom, don't know if I've already said this in the video, but that little white bottom section over there, not my white bottom, the bottom of the yard, that is definitely moving closer towards the Wendy house, and that's because the LM, as I've been mowing into it a little bit more, has started to green up underneath. So all that white damaged leaf basically from the frost has to be cut out for the new green stuff to show its face. But I'm choosing my battles carefully. I've done that part down there like that and go down and around, but not the absolute bottom and not under there, because that's quite a heavily shaded area and I don't want to take a chance. If we have another frost, this could be quite bad. So I wouldn't recommend this for everyone, but so far this is the first year that I've basically walked through winter green 99% of the whole of winter, and that's a first for even me. So yeah, I'm quite proud of that. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit better before winter's end. We're gonna have a good spring. So I think I'm going to end the video at that. My sinus now, with all that leaf litter and dust kicking up, is just killing me at the moment. But I've got this urge to just put some kind of foliar feed over the top of it. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. I'm just going to go inside, blow my nose, see what disgusting dirt comes out of it. If it looks like I should stop, then I'll stop. But I might just put down something extra. If it isn't on this video, I'll put it onto Instagram and Facebook, and you'll find out about it that way, and perhaps on the next video. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share this with your buddies, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. And then, just as a matter of interest, I hopefully don't complain about it too much, or if at all. You'll notice my grass is a lot greener from this direction, and that's usually what most YouTubers would do, is they'll find the best angle for filming, because there are certain angles that just make your lawn look a lot better, like this angle here. And you can tell it's quite nice and tight. It's good and solid, it's got good color, and because of the way the sun is working with me right now, it's looking pretty darn marvelous. But then you can't see my whole yard, it looks a little bit funny. So yeah, it's just a crappy angle as far as the scenic view, but from a light perspective, this is where I should be filming. Anyway, just thought you might like to see that.